He's a Hall of Fame promoter, and from 1966, he entered the sport, and that's Bob Arum. So at this point, I'd like to introduce Bob Arum.
Thank you, Todd. Shut up. Thank you, Todd. You know, it's great to be back here in the Mecca of boxing. Top Rank actually was organized in 1970. Prior to that, we had other companies, but in December of 1970, we did our first fight, and it was here in this building between the great Muhammad Ali and an Argentinian fighter, Oscar Bonavena. And it was a great, great fight, and it was thrilling to do a fight here in Madison Square Garden. And that was followed in short order by the two great Ali Frazier fights. The first one stopped the country in its tracks. The second one also sold out Madison Square Garden. And then 10 years later, a fighter from New York, who was the junior middleweight champion, Davey Moore, late Davey Moore, asked me to do a fight with him in Madison Square Garden. And I acceded to that request and matched him against Roberto Duran. And we weren't, and this was after the No Mas and Duran wasn't as popular, etc. And we weren't selling a lot of tickets. And so I asked a friend of mine who worked for Spanish television named Carlos Barber, did he have any suggestions how I could sell tickets? And he said, you know something, you're an idiot. Do all of the ads in Spanish, which we did. And we sold out Madison Square Garden. There wasn't one seat left. So poor Davey was fighting in his home city, and 95% of the audience spoke Spanish and was rooting for his opponent, Roberto Duran, who proceeded to knock out Davey Moore and won the junior middleweight title. And you know, in my era, every great fighter wanted to fight here in Madison Square Garden. Marvelous Marvin Hagler fought here. Ray Boom Boom Mancini was just with me in Macau and said one of the greatest nights of his life was when he fought here in Madison Square Garden. Every great fighter, Oscar De La Hoya, fought a fight here in Madison Square Garden. And of course, Madison Square Garden became the home for the great Miguel Cotto, who fought here so many times. So it's wonderful to be doing this fight now. Miguel Cotto fighting once again in Madison Square Garden against a young man, one of the great champions of our era, who's going to have the opportunity to shine here in the Mecca of boxing, Sergio Martinez. So this fight, again, continues the great tradition of Madison Square Garden, the Mecca of boxing. And all New Yorkers should be very, very proud that you have this wonderful edifice here in your city, which has provided such great entertainment and done so much for the sport of boxing. Thank you.
Thank you, Todd. I want to thank everybody to be here, sponsors, HBO, Top Rank, Develop Boxing, Sounds of Boxing, and it's not really much to say, you know. I just looking forward to start my camp, looking forward to train as hard as I can each day, and being here on June 7th, just to become the first Puerto Rican to be a champion in the 40th division. I want to say, Sergio, luck in your camp. Try to do your best. I'm going to do my best. And at the end of the road, the winners are going to be the fans. Thank you to be here.
Boxing, Lou DiBella.
Thank you. I'm not going to say a whole lot because there's not a whole lot that has to be said about this fight. HBO pay-per-view, the best. The mecca of boxing, the greatest room in sports, Madison Square Garden. My good friends Dave Howard, Joe Fisher, Sal, all you guys, great. Top rank and pure professionals. Miguel Cotto, a first ballot Hall of Famer, and a fine representative of the sport. Martinez, the best guy, the best human being, and one of the greatest fighters I've ever had the pleasure of promoting. And a great fight where the outcome is in doubt. Miguel said it, the winners on June 7th will be the fans. This is what boxing is all about. There are a few people on Sergio's team I'd like to bring up to say a couple of words. First, a young man that's been with Sergio for a long time, his business manager, a wonderful guy, Miguel de Pablo.
Thank you, Lou, and thank you, everybody. I'm now not going to spend a lot of time. I only want to say to Sergio, I am very proud of you. You are very close to the final of your career, and you are on your road to the glory. You are the champ. You will be the champ on June 8th, and you will be a Hall of Famer. I'm very proud of you, and I'm very proud of all your career. And to Mauricio Suleiman, a friend, the WBC president, I only want to say that it's true. We went to Rome in October, and the Pope made the bless for his father. It was incredible, incredible moments. And I only want to say, wherever you are, Jose, I know you are watching us, and thank you for all. Thank you very much.
And just to follow on that note, Jose did a tremendous amount for fighters. He had a tremendous heart. But there's a new era now in the WBC, and there's a new president. And I don't think the WBC could be in any better hands than those of Mauricio Suleiman. And I know your father is smiling down on you, and I know that you will do great things for boxing and for the WBC. New York State Athletic Commission, this is my hometown. I'm a Brooklyn kid. There's a lot of guys who fight for me sitting in there right now. I see you all, and this is our hometown, and I know that there will be a great referee in that ring on June 7th, that there'll be fair judges calling this fight, and that the best man will indeed win. I'd like to bring up my friend and partner, a man who's been with Sergio from Sergio's beginnings in the United States fighting. He's the guy that sent me that famous DVD that led me to have the honor of promoting this man, Samson Lukovic.
I don't have 2 minutes. I have a couple hours. Now, thank you very much for all of you, especially for Madison Square Garden and HBO to have this great fight. I believe by far is the biggest and most popular fight of the year between a great champion as Sergio Martinez and definitely a great challenger of Miguel Cotto. The WBC, it gave us, I say us because when I refer now of Sergio, this like my own son, he gave us the first opportunity to fight for an elimination bout and a mandatory to a fight against Saul Roman. So I want to say thank you to the WBC, and I want to say thank you, no cry from me, Argentina. After the fight, I knock out Saul Roman. But I have no interest on Sergio. He's from Argentina. Let me see Argentina. Then he dared to challenge with Kelly Public that he had the belt of the WBC. And he went to the podium, Bob, and he said, "No cry for me, Argentina."
Better voice than I
He lost, number 2. Then finally, he had the great Mexican, and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., a cruiserweight, a middleweight champion. And again, he dared to say, "No cry for me, Argentina." Hopefully, this time he didn't say nothing. You see that? He was silent. No more communication. So we are 3-0. With that in mind,
I got my cleanup there.
I want to say thank you to a great guy that helped me a lot. That is Miguel de Pablos and my vice president Nathan Lukowitz to make this happen. Thank you, Miguel, and thank you, my son Nathan. Now there's not much to say because in Puerto Rico I was the underdog. I want to see how many Argentinians now and how many Puerto Ricans now. ¡Dale, campeón! What happened with the Puerto Rican? No, it really is a pleasure to be with Bob Aron, with Todd the Bob, Carl Moretti, and all the team of Top Rank that he really gave us the respect, especially to Sergio, that he really deserved. Sergio is a great champion, not only champion of the WBC, he's the champion of all fans worldwide. Thank you very much. God bless you, each one of you. Thank you.
It's my honor and pleasure to introduce the WBC middleweight champion of the world, Sergio Martinez.
Hello everyone. Morning. Thank you very much. I want to thank you HBO, pay-per-view, Top Rank, and Rivela Entertainment, and Samson Lukowitz, and Miguel de Pablos, and the WBC, Jose Suleiman, and Mauricio Suleiman. And I want to thank you, Miguel Cotto, and the team. And now I speak in Spanish because I am Latino. Right. Bueno, quiero dar las gracias a todos primero por estar aquí presentes.
Thank you all for being here present today.
Perdonen la voz que tengo un poquito mal. Estuve cantando mucho.
I was singing a little bit.
Quiero contarles una cosa. Vamos a pelear el 7 de junio. Vamos a hacer una gran pelea y ese día, como dijo Miguel Cotto, no vamos a ganar solamente Cotto y yo, va a ganar también el público.
I will tell you all that we're going to have a great fight that day, and like Mr. Miguel Cotto said, the fans are going to be the winners of this event.
Pero quiero que no se olviden de algo.
Don't forget one thing.
Vamos a pelear.
You're going to fight.
Porque yo que soy el campeón,
because I am the champion.
Subo primero al ring y no último, porque si no, Cotto no peleaba.
And I'm coming into the ring first, and he's coming in second. Otherwise, we'll be in the fight.
Voy a ir al rincón azul, aunque soy el campeón, me da exactamente igual. Me da exactamente igual aunque soy el campeón, porque si no, Cotto no peleaba.
Said I go to the blue corner, I really don't care, because I'm the champion. If it wasn't for that, then we won't fight.
Me van a presentar primero en el ring, aunque yo sea el campeón, porque si no, Cotto no peleaba.
I will be introduced first in the ring, because if it wasn't that way, Cotto would not fight.
Me imagino que el 7 de junio va a pedir un camino de pétalos de rosas hacia el ring, si no, Cotto no va a pelear.
I can imagine on the June 7th, he's going to ask for rose petals, otherwise he won't walk into the ring.
Ese 7 de junio se acaban las excusas, se acaban las tonterías. Ese 7 de junio voy a ganar yo, va a ganar Argentina. Muchas gracias.
No more excuses on June 7th. I'm going to win. Argentina.
All right, here's the important part. Tickets go on sale tomorrow at the Madison Square Garden box office, at all Ticketmaster outlets, Ticketmaster charged by phone, online at Ticketmaster.com, and at thegarden.com. Ringside seats are $750. Tickets are $750, $500, $300, $200, $150. Get your tickets quickly because this one's going to sell out. Thank you all. See you on June 7th.